What's up, YouTube? Jason coming back at you guys with a brand new episode. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at a specific type of drop shipper that is actually killing the game. They're making tons of money, thousands of dollars in sales per month on both Amazon and eBay, and I want to show you guys exactly what they're doing. I stumbled across this very recently, and in my opinion, it's quite controversial what they're doing. Others might say they're very opportunistic sellers. We're going to be taking a look at that. If you guys could take a second to like this video, comment if you have any questions. I actually answer all of the comments myself, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that little bell notification because that's the only way that you will actually receive updates every time I put out new content. So without further ado, let's get right into my computer where we're going to be analyzing these drop shippers who are making thousands every single month. Okay guys, so I'm inside my computer right now, and I was actually on Amazon.com shopping as a customer myself very recently when something popped up on the suggested items to buy, and it was a Kobe Bryant shirt. And for those of you guys who don't know, Kobe Bryant was a legendary basketball player who just recently died in a tragic helicopter death over in California. It's been all over the news. It's in pop culture. It's all over the media. Everybody's really been talking about this because it was so tragic and he impacted so many people's lives, okay? But this got me thinking, if there's sellers out there, third-party merchants on Amazon or eBay who are actually getting these t-shirts printed up and then they're just selling them, how much money are they actually making? And I use a little Chrome extension called Ace Inspector Pro, and it gives you pretty accurate data of the estimated sales revenue from each unit or each product, each ASIN. And that's what I did. I started looking at that, and it sent me down kind of a rabbit hole of finding out what's going on with these drop shippers. How are they doing it? How much money are they actually making? And they seem pretty opportunistic to me. They're taking advantage or using to their advantage this mass media stuff, all of the attention that this thing is getting, and that's what they're doing. And some of these products are selling extremely well. So when you put in a search phrase, something like RIP Kobe shirt, you'll start to see all of these shirts on here, okay? And some of these are going to be, LA Lakers shirts that are endorsed by the NBA, and they have all kinds of violations that if you start listing those, you could get in trouble. But the ones that are more generic, I think you could probably get away with. So you can see right here, this is a shirt, and underneath it says $1,444.56 is the estimated sales revenue in the last 30 days. And you have an estimated gross profit of $9.21. You can see this one right next to it with 61 reviews. My guess is all of this stuff started selling in the last 2 weeks upon the tragic death. And you can see this one has sold, estimated it's 2,245 with 149 units, okay? You click onto this and you can start to analyze what these people are doing. And this is a black and white one. There's only two different variations. The price point is pretty high, honestly, $20 t-shirt. And you gotta think these people are getting these t-shirts made for pretty cheap. And when you click into these listings, you can see that they're being sold by third-party merchants. These are not fulfilled by Amazon. They do not have the Amazon Prime logo. And this is 3 different colors. So it's a very, very simple design, black, purple, and white. And it just says 1978 to 2020. Very simple listing, but for the amount of items that they're selling, 53 units, 1,430, they are definitely making a killing. And if you keep scrolling down the page, you'll see one after the other. Here's another one. It says Legends Are Forever. It's purple. And look at how many units are being sold. 184 estimated units being sold, $2,750.80 of revenue. That's absolutely crazy. Number 1 release. You got different size options and only 3 pictures. It's unbelievable how much of these shirts are selling. And so what I did, I ended up going over to eBay and kind of checking the same thing. So I just put in Kobe Bryant t-shirt, and all of a sudden you see these sponsored listings coming up. You see different designs all over the place, and you can start to tell how many are actually selling. So this one has 23 sold. This one has 219 sold, and my guess is almost all of these have sold in the last week or two. Yep, February 12th, February 11th, February 9th, and it is just over and over and over. You scroll down the page and you just see so many of these selling. So do this, I would actually feel ethically kind of bad about taking advantage or kind of making money off of somebody else's fame, making money off of somebody else's death or a tragedy like this, I wouldn't want to do it. You could make the argument that they're just bringing light to somebody who's a legendary basketball player and somebody who's brought a lot of fame and has brought a lot of good things to the world. You could make that argument, but I don't want to make money off of somebody else's name, and that's kind of what it seems like to me. So it is definitely controversial in some aspects. So if you guys are still here and you're watching, you're gonna be probably wondering, where are these print-on-demand companies coming from? And you could go straight to Google and say print-on-demand, drop shipping, something like that, and find some. I'm sure you could also go into the Facebook groups and look for some recommendations. I have never done print-on-demand, but I do know of some very popular print-on-demand companies. So one thing I like to do is go over to the Shopify App Store. Shopify is known for a lot of print-on-demand apps, plugins that you can work with. And if you just type in apps.shopify.com, you will see this is the Shopify App Store. You don't have to have an account to see any of this. And if you just put in print on demand, you will see some of the most popular ones. Print on demand. Let's see what comes up here. So we can see Printful, Printify. These three are all ads. I don't know that company. I've definitely heard of Spocket before. Printful is probably the most well-known, and Printify is right behind them. You can see there's so many of these companies out there, and these are just the ones that are on Shopify's App Store. You don't have to necessarily work with any of these. There's tons of other ones that are kind of like standalones that you can just go and forward your print to, and they'll go and actually send the item out. You don't necessarily have to have a Shopify store, but they just make things really easy because it plugs right into your Shopify store. So if you get an order, you can just send it, you can push it over to their app, they'll take care of it, send you back an invoice or receipt, and everything's all set. So there's a lot of integration possibilities there, and I'm sure there's tons of other things that you can do. I don't have personal experience with print on demand, but I see this as a huge opportunity for people who are interested in that. I also have a lot of students who ask me about potentially doing print on demand, and this seems like something that's very viable. Now, again, I have kind of like a moral high ground when it comes to making money off of somebody else's death, but I'm sure there's a lot of other people who can justify it. So I'm not going to just sit here and judge you guys. If this is something that you want to do, that's your business. There's a lot of money to be made with print on demand, and I'm sure of that. So if you guys have ever done print on demand, let me know down in the comments below. I actually would like to know how you guys, or what companies you're using, what apps you're using to actually do your print on demand. Have you seen any of these trends happen before? Have you ever tried to actually leverage the media or what's happening in pop culture to your advantage, and how has it worked? So if you guys could let me know that would be awesome. Also, guys, I do have a free mini course. This is the third full week that it's been out. A lot of people have asked me about this free mini course about wholesale drop shipping. Go ahead and click the link down in the description, and it's over an hour of content. You guys are going to learn so much about wholesale drop shipping. That's my specialty, even though today we are talking about print on demand. I like to talk all about these different genres of drop shipping, and this is one that caught my attention recently. So guys, also, if you could take a second to subscribe to this channel, hit the little bell notification, because that's the only way that you will actually get notified of updates when I put out new content. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.